Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video on Lumber Capital Log Yard. Today we are going to be bundling firewood. We sell to a local hardware store that's actually a chain. I know that that's a little confusing. They have multiple stores around our area, and we sell bundles to them, as well as a new contract that we have with a state park. They're going to be selling our bundles to the campers, which is super exciting. We don't have to produce an extreme amount more, but now we definitely have to make it more of a priority to bundle firewood instead of doing stuff like running the mill and doing all the other stuff we have to do around the log yard to keep it up and going. This is just another thing that we've added to our list. So today we're going to be doing that, and I'm going to walk you guys through the entire process, including splitting the wood on the bells, well, not the bells, the timber wolf here. So let's get into it. Just getting it moved over for us. We're gonna dump it in the pile. We still have a little bit, but what needs to happen now is we actually need to re-split all of those pieces because they are just too big for the bags. So I know that this might seem like an extra step, but it honestly isn't, and I'll tell you why here in a second. Quick thanks to the boss for dumping that for us so we could film. But anyways, what I was saying about re-splitting is we are going to have to re-split these pieces down a little bit smaller. I know that it does seem like an extra step, like I said, but in all reality, it's just what needs to happen. We split giant logs on the timber wolf, and we can't put giant logs on that tiny little thing. That just won't work. And the Timberwolf just splits the pieces this big. It just splits them bigger, and because the conveyor belt takes them up, you can't re-split them anyhow, so you don't really have the option to make smaller pieces on the Timberwolf anyhow. As we gain more experience in making firewood bundles, we develop more of a system. So right now what we find we like is splitting keeping some of the pieces a little larger, not nearly as large as that, probably like half the size of some of the larger pieces in there. So keeping a larger piece, but then also having smaller pieces as well in there, so that way you have more of a kindling piece and then more of like an actual burn piece in all your bundles. So that way you can also pack it a lot tighter if you have bigger pieces, and then also smaller pieces, less holes in the bundling, makes it for a nice like tight pack. And that's another thing, it's like a puzzle piece that you're trying to put together making the bundles, which you'll see here in a minute. So what we do, how we have this kind of set up, is we'll stack the firewood up onto this little board here, and then Jade usually runs the firewood splitter. She'll split the pieces down, you put them in the hole, and then whoever is in there actually bundling will then just use the pieces out of the hole to bundle with. So let's show you the bundling system. It is pretty dark in here. I do apologize. It's not that dark to me, but it does come off that way on the camera. We do have pre-split wood right here that we can pull if we just are trying to look for a specific shaped piece. But then here's the little tube. We put the net over the tube, stack your pieces in the tube like that, and then pull the tube out, and then you just have the bag with the pieces in there. It's actually a quite cool system. My grandfather created a little lazy Susan here that we can spin it on, so we can well, here's a almost all the way done one. You have to spiral it like that, and the lazy Susan kind of helps you with that. So right now our main struggle is finding zip ties and bagging that we like, and it's just about trying different stuff. Right now I'm not in love with the bagging that we're using. I like the black. All right, we've tried different colors. We tried this blue netting that was great all around, except for the fact that it was blue. So we definitely like sticking with the black netting. We don't want anything colorful, but it's just not stretchy enough. It's not that it's not big enough in diameter around, but it's not stretchy enough. So we're not really in love with the netting. And zip ties, we're having trouble with them breaking. Again, that's just about getting a heavier duty zip tie. We got them from Lowe's, all right? I don't mean to have a grudge against Lowe's or nothing, but this tends to be our experience with things that we purchase there. So no surprise there, but that is another struggle that we're having with just the zip ties just breaking. And it is a concern to us because if they're breaking when we go to pick it up, I'm wondering about the ones that don't break, whether when a customer goes to purchase one and picks it up, whether it's snapping then. So that is a concern that we have had, which that's just about getting, you know, trying stuff out and getting something that we like, and that just takes time. So we're getting there, but right now we're going to use up the materials that we have. A comment that I receive a lot is that machines could do it way faster, and that if we got a bundling machine, then it would speed up production significantly, and that the system that we have set up is just too time consuming. While I'm not going to disagree, it is incredibly time consuming and machines could do it way faster. what appealed to us about starting to try and sell bundled firewood is that it didn't require any extra investment. I mean, a little bit, right? You have the bagging material as well as the zip ties or whatever you want to use, but besides that, not an incredible investment. You're not having to purchase a machine that costs thousands of dollars. So while we might eventually get one down the road, well, way down the road, we have a bigger list of things that we'd like to purchase, and a bundling machine would not be the first one. We might eventually get there, but until we do, we're just gonna keep on doing it by hand. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time.